It'll be Chris for the ball.
Welcome to the semi-finals here in Barnsley, and we have some form horses for you.
Bullseye.
In the semi-finals. In fact, only one player in the semi-finals has not won a Players' Championship this year,
Won the ball.
and that is Dave Chisnell, who has dispatched Michael van Gerwen again. But here we have Chris Dobey against Rob Cross,
60.
which promises something rather special. Cross again showing that he's in form and ready to win once again after winning the European Championship for a second time and then backing it up with a Players' Championship win when he came here around 10 days ago.
96.
Let's run through Chris Dobey's route to this point. It's been a bit of a yo-yo day for him, really.
100.
He has not been taken to an 11th leg in a match. And of course, this game is slightly longer than best of 11 now. But he's had a ton plus average,
99.
then an average under 100. And then over 100, under, then over. So, if the pattern is to be believed, he'll probably average somewhere in the region of 98 in this game, and that might not be enough. Beat Mike Kyvenhoven with 102, Gavin Carlin with a 98, Darren Webster with 104.3.
34.
Took care of Bradley Brooks on the streaming board, of course. You might have seen that. And then he's just taken out Jose de Souza with his best performance of the day,
140.
averaging 105. He gets first look at tops for the first leg.
Game shot.
And he's showing that he's in real form, Chris Dobey. Hasn't been a bad day for the lads from around the Newcastle area.
121.
Rids with a personal best average. Ryan Joyce has had a decent day. And Chris Dobey's in the last four. But that leads me to what Rob Cross has done today, because he's here via beating Rusty Jake Rodriguez in 11 legs, Keane Barry in 10 legs, Stephen Bunting and Ryan Joyce in 11 legs. He's been taken to the limit 3 times. His, and I say this loosely,
108.
easiest performance of the day came in his last match in the quarters against Alan Suter, where he was only giving up 1 leg when he took 6.
100.
But I can't go any further without mentioning
140.
Chris Dobey averaging over 101.4 for the day. Rob Cross just shy of 99. That's what you need
93.
to do these days to contend. Ryan Searle, of course, in the other semi-final with Dave Chisnell. He's averaging around 101 for the day. And if you can't find those ton plus averages now, you're not going to find yourself at the thick end of a tournament like this. It just doesn't happen anymore. I get the feeling that the pace of this game is going to suit both players. They take roughly the same amount of time to deliver all 3 darts.
100.
But for the first time in this semi-final, Rob Cross has made a move. Double 18. Hell of a guide.
Game shot.
Didn't need it. 12 darter. 2-1 up with a break. And the next time you see him on something like that, just listen out for when he takes the pole. 3 already. But everything that Rob Cross does has reasoning behind it. Even tapping the oche a certain amount of times. It's all part of his pre-throw routine.
$140.
Is it going to be another win for Dobey today? The last time he won, he beat de Souza. He's already taken care of him. It may have to be a more impressive performance to bag a second title. And he could well have been up against Callan Rydz, of course, only a matter of days ago in another final. That could have been the dream Northumberland final. It didn't happen.
$140.
But what he wants to do is take this 46. It's the only thing on his mind. Double 16.
Game shot.
Really pinpoint stuff. Breaks straight back with an 11 darter. And the performance level in this match has to be applauded.
$91.
Look at those. Just marvel at those. They could get better. We hope they do. And if you think they can't be maintained, think again. We've seen averages today from Cullen of 112.5. Callan Rydz 117 and change. More players now finding those sorts of levels. And Ryan Searle today, he's at 110.
134. $96.
It's a head-to-head record that makes for interesting reading. I think it's probably a fair reflection on where they stand in their careers.
81.
5-3 to Rob Cross. Chris won their last meeting.
100.
Wasn't that far ago. It was on the 20th of October, and it was by 6 legs to 2. And he averaged over 103 in that match. But I think you're going to get a different Rob Cross in this one.
100.
He's not going to average 91 like he did back then. Perfect first start. Excellent second for a double 18 shot. And he takes the fifth leg in a 156. Oh, that was quality. Just when Cross thinks he's going to get a break back again.
91.
No excuse for these players at this point of the tournament. If they manage their energy levels well,
83.
they've got every weapon at their disposal to be sharp and to hit everything they're going for.
$121.
Highest profile meeting between these two was at the 2019 World Match Play, which of course was won by Rob Cross. It was a first round match and it was Chris Dobey's debut.
96.
And that leads me to my next point, because Chris Dobey's been playing brilliantly since he came back to competitive action after a good few weeks off.
82.
And there's a lot of focus this week on tour cards, on Players' Championship final spots, World Championship spots. Now, we're not talking about these two in those terms because they're both safe. But what Chris is doing right now is he's bolstering his position for next year's big events like the World Grand Prix and the World Match Play, because that race has already started. A fourth maximum for him puts pressure on the 97 of Cross.
Game shot.
What pressure? They're missing nothing. This has become a game of who misses first.
96.
And whoever does miss will probably lose. In the words of Dan Dawson from earlier, Rob Cross is back. I was holding off on saying that, but Dan's beaten me to the punch, because the way he's playing right now, you can't possibly think that he's not back. A fifth maximum in this match for Dobey. An unbelievable prowess on that treble 20, which has been backed up by his opponent.
140.
But isn't it great to see the timing of the throw from Rob at the minute? It's so much better than it was a year ago. And there were so many people
34.
who were doubting him and saying he was finished. Don't you love the 21st century when you have the tiniest little lull and people think you're done?
100.
Fair play to him for just going away and fixing things and getting it right.
Yeah.
89 left. Double 16.
Game
12 data. They aren't missing anything. 156 out for Dobey. 97 for Cross.
100.
Then that for Dobey. It's the kind of game you dream of.
140.
It's a pure game. There's no yelping, no volume. It's just
140.
darts at its best. Dobey being one of the
101.
best technicians in the game. There's a bit of Twitter action the other day between Wayne Model and a few other people talking about the best throws in the game. I went for a Welsh player called Mike Warburton. It's a beautiful thing to watch, but a close second is Chris Dobey for me. All of the lines and the angles are so perfect, and the rhythm is so beautiful.
77.
Again, for an 87 and an 11, last time you was here, you got it in 12.
Game shot.
It's better this time. And those averages are climbing. This is first to 7. I'm starting to wish it was first to 70.
95.
I could watch this for the rest of the week and not get bored. Just going to take a few seconds off so I can inhale and exhale, because from the very first start to now, I don't think I have. It's been that impressive.
$99.
There's a focus about these two and a rhythm about this game where they're not being interrupted by anything. This is like watching one of the best practice matches you've ever seen. There's no crowd, there's no interference, there's just someone there to mark the game for you.
100.
You could see this down a local darts club and say, oh, Dobey's practicing across over there. You seen how well they're playing? But this is for £3,000.
96.
They've played for £3,000 all day. 5 games for the amount of money they're on, and now 1 game for the same.
170.
An amazing approach from Dobey to leave that double 18, which you will get a look at. Is it key that he's got the darts?
140.
At this stage, I'd have to say yes.
Game shot.
Dobey doesn't blink, and it's another perfect visit with a finish. Wow. It's the only word in the English language that can describe those averages after 9 legs. I know we've said it before, but it comes up and it's relevant.
180.
Dobey has averaged that in a final and lost. I think Rob's going to do the same.
140.
And that may be the difference in this. And he misses by the smallest margin. That could be the one mistake that gives Dobey the chance to win this semi-final. Double 16. He doesn't miss double 8, and he's 6-4 up. But do not, at any point in the next 30 seconds, think that Rob crosses out of this. He has been tested so many times over the course of this day, and he has prevailed every single time. But this is slightly different. For the first time today, he's not the first person to 6. Gives him a chance of winning the tournament. 111.73 for him.